Don't start Sri Vidya until you know this. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through what Sri Vidya really is, what you need before you begin, and how the levels work. There are various levels, and what are the common mistakes that confuse. If you're a seeker, there could be some misconceptions that you may carry, which can become a hurdle. So, in this video, I'm going to answer all these questions so that you become clear. Shri Matre Namaha Guru Kataksham Ambalanugraham Paripurnam. If you have been feeling a pull towards Sri Vidya, like something inside you is telling you to start, to enter into the Shakti path. That's the reason I want to give you a foundational understanding about this Sri Vidya journey. Because the biggest mistake many sadhakas make is this: they treat Sri Vidya like a spiritual product, to start. It's not a course to start. Instead, this is a sacred path that must be actually entered properly. And if you're not understanding this, if you're not preparing yourself by recognizing what is needed, you may get overwhelmed or confused. You can lose clarity, or you will not be able to follow the discipline, or even you will lose the faith in yourself for this sadhana. So I'm going to give you the truth that what Sri Vidya is and what Sri Vidya will do for you, and what does the readiness look like, whether you are ready for entering into Sri Vidya, and the different paths that are there and which can confuse you because you don't know which path to choose, and the myths that trap the beginners in this Sri Vidya journey. So that's the reason, stay with me till the end, because by then you will know exactly whether you are ready for the Sri Vidya journey. What is Sri Vidya? Sri Vidya is Sri Vidya involves you getting initiated into various mantras. There are again various deities that you need to be given the mantra initiation. That is what Sri Vidya is. Actually, not. Sri Vidya is not about doing more rituals, and it is not only about chanting mantras. The core of Sri Vidya is a way of life. It is a transformative Shakti path, a system, a path of training you internally, where the mantra, the sadhana, and the bhakti will help you in transforming inside out your mind, your energy, and at the outer level, your life. So, in simple understanding, Sri Vidya is way of becoming free from internal bondages such as fear, doubt, guilt, instability, worry, and become more established, grounded in a very quiet way, where even if something happens in your life, it is not going to break you, it is not going to affect you. Here's the important part: many people want to enter into Sri Vidya because they want that result that is going to come in your way, that you are going to get when you're in this journey, which is manifesting growth, materialistic growth, confidence, having stability, have the divine grace. But the deeper purpose is having freedom. Freedom that makes you unshakable from within. So that is Sri Vidya. Also, Sri Vidya is not just something which you do in your puja room by sitting and doing japam and the meditation and the sadhana. The real Sri Vidya is how it becomes part of your life. The real sign that Sri Vidya is working in you is not only how well you're chanting, but how your life itself becomes sadhana. Your life becomes to reflect that, that internal alignment that has happened, that reflects in your life in the form of manifestation. So Sri Vidya is not about doing mantras, chanting mantras. Sri Vidya is about being that Shakti, being that mantra. So the first is time. How much time you are ready to allocate for the japa. So that is the first thing that you should know. It can range from 45 minutes to 2 hours. So without becoming guilty, how much time you can allocate. So first you understand and uh, be prepared with that. If you want your life to get transformed, you need to be committed, yeah, and not just occasionally doing it. And if you're not able to do, if you're not able to commit, that becomes the first barrier, because you'll think, I can't spend hours for doing mantra japa. So you will unconsciously turn the Sri Vidya into a guilt. You start, you maybe you want to do, initially you will feel, yes, I'll be able to dedicate 2 hours, I'll somehow do it. You start, you miss to do, you feel bad. There will be a gap, again you return, again you will fall. So this kind of cycle can be painful. So that is the first thing. Second is consistency, because only consistency will be able to transform your life. Even if you begin small, you know, the rule is do it daily. Yeah, even if you're doing for 15 minutes or 30 minutes maximum, the maximum time that you can invest, then do it for the 30 minutes every single day, because power of Shakti is not only in intensity, but it is in consistency. Yeah, so when you practice every single day, your mind starts learning to that rhythm of life. Instead of reacting, it begins to respond. Yeah, and by doing this sadhana, the divine energy, there are various energy leakages that happens. So the sadhana will protect those leakages. Follow one guru, don't go to multiple gurus. It is like, if you keep switching paths, uh, going to different paths, it will confuse you, and eventually you will not get transformation. Coming to another important part in Sri Vidya, which is various paths, various margas or the acharas, the traditional paths. There is Samaya Marga, there is Kaula Marga, then Dakshina Marga, Mishra Marga. I want to tell one thing: do not get lost in these names. What truly matters what truly matter is the path should be, you'll be able to live your life through that path that transforms your life, that becomes part of your life. It is not about you follow the path for those 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours, and after that you become a person who reacts, who does the opposite. Path should be, it's not about the path, so don't get into the path, because I don't believe in them. What I believe is how it is affecting you, how your life is transforming, how it is becoming part of your life, becoming part of your habit, part of your mind, part of your system. That is important than choosing what path to choose. When you're starting your journey in Sri Vidya, the one important thing is you must focus on understanding the principles. Whichever path it is the mantras are the same, the paths are different. So understand the principle. What you should avoid is, don't force yourself into a identity, into a path that is not fitting you, or don't judge the path as it is too ritualistic, it is too strict. Yeah, so the approach has to be, start with the path you can live without guilt, you can do with which comes naturally. The first and most important thing is Sri Vidya only for certain caste or certain ethnic background or lifestyle? Actually speaking, it is not. Sri Vidya is for sincere seekers who can learn regardless of any background, any caste, any ethnicity. It is about, the if you're ready, if Ambal is calling you, you can start. So diet, caste is not a hard barrier. Rather, whoever you are, you can enter into Sri Vidya. Though reducing the tamasic food can support your practice. Your transformation will be fast when you switch to sattvic lifestyle. The second is, what if you miss your sadhana for a day or two? Consistency is important in this journey, but there are certain exceptions. Let's say during menstruation, or when you're not well, or there is some mishappening in your family. In those circumstances, you can miss and you can continue, restart again from whenever you are going to come back. The third is, Srividya is ritualistic. Rituals are important because it helps the mind to learn, to stick to a structure, to understand the form, the divine form. But these rituals, the objective is not only external but internal transformation, internal refinement. Rituals are important. Becoming more important is who you are becoming. By entering into Sri Vidya, you will grow, you will manifest whatever you want in your life. You will grow both materialistically as well as spiritually. But you should be committed to this journey. That is the key here. You should be ready to walk the path. You should be ready to internalize. It is not only chanting mantras, but it is becoming aware about who you are and what you're doing. If you are having a thought, Srividya means, what are the mantras that I'm going to get? What are the mantras I'll be initiated into Srividya? Because I want to chant mantras. I want to, experience that power of mantra. So that's the first thing. It is not about only chanting mantras. Yes, there are various mantras that you will be initiated when you enter into Sri Vidya. So instead of asking, what are the mantras that I'll be initiated, you should ask, what is the path? What is the Sri Vidya is going to do for me? How am I going to prepare myself to align with that? Because Sri Vidya, the outer structure is chanting mantras, following rituals, so that this outer structure is to make you work internally. So the ultimate objective of Sri Vidya is freedom. Realizing your true purpose, realizing your true potential, and leading a life of freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from fear, freedom from anxiety, freedom from instability, freedom from restless mind, that keeps repeating the same suffering. So this mantra and the rituals that you do will shift you within, which will make you become more stable, have clarity, have authority, become more, instead of reacting, you take the right action. And ultimately, yes, you will be able to manifest what you want. Yeah, people want to chant mantra because they want to manifest. Yes, ultimately you're going to achieve, but that's a journey. Yeah, that's the fruit that you're going to get by following this journey. Just because you entered Sri Vidya, it is not going to help, because most people have this, hope of a shortcut. Tell me one thing that I can get instantly. Being in fast food world, so people want instant gratification. So it is about repetition. It is about consistency. So consistent mantra japam. Realize this. This is not just to discipline, but it is how you're giving yourself the time so that the mantra starts working in you. You may be suffering for many years, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and by just chanting 108 times, don't expect your life to transform with just one chanting. That mantra has to start working in you by removing those kalmashas. Only then the mantras will start working in you. Then the transformation will happen. If you are not ready for this, if you are not able to allocate and you want quick, a result, then what will happen is Sri Vidya will become a cycle of guilt. You start with enthusiasm, then something happens, something is not happening the way you expected, so you break, then you go into guilt mode, and you be in that mode for some time, and again hope kicks in, and again you start. This goes like a cycle. This actually drains your bhakti, drains your journey. You should be ready to show up even when you are not inspired. If you practice only when you are having that enthusiasm, emotionally or feeling good, then you will do sadhana only when your emotion is high. Sri Vidya is all about, it is beyond your mood. That is why with you should be consistent in your practice. If you want to go deeper into Shakti path, I conduct a free workshop, Shakti Awakening with the Power of Lalita Sahasranamam. I have given a WhatsApp group link below this video. Join the WhatsApp group where I'll be sharing the details about the upcoming workshop. So to summarize, Srividya is meant to produce the freedom inside you. It needs time, it needs consistency, and you have to follow one direction. And when you enter with clarity, Ambal will guide you. No, don't go with mixed emotion. Go with clarity, go with bhakti. Ambal will guide you. So Srividya is not quick fix. Srividya is not something you do casually, and it is not superstition, it is science. I'm going to give you a simple method of, even if you're not initiated, you can start your Srividya sadhana by starting to chant Lalita Sahasranamam. Chant Lalita Sahasranamam if possible every day. I told you, right? Consistency, time. Lalita Sahasranamam is going to take 45 minutes. If you are not able to give that 45 minutes every single day, you know the answer. So start with chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, and Ammal will show you the path. Ammal will lead you to a guru who will help you get initiated into Sri Vidya. So do type in the comment section. I commit to chant Lalita Sahasranamam every day. I'll be happy to read that. If you have any questions to ask me in the comment section, I'll be happy to help you. Guru Kataksham, Ambalangram Paripurnam, Shri Matre Namaha.